Hey, Crowley here from 90.3 The Rock in Knoxville, Tennessee with Dubconscious. What is up, guys?
Yo, yo.
Yes, dude, awesome show last night. We're coming to you from the day after the show, so we're a little bit, but great show, man. Very cool. I was loving it, every part of it. Marty Party was awesome. The venue's great. Anybody that hasn't been down to New Earth, get down here, get down here, get down here. Okay, so tell us about Dubconscious right now. What are your influences, and tell us a little bit about the idea of the tribal philosophy, positivity, and unity that you guys bring to the band.
Let's see. Let's break this question down. Dubconscious right now, I guess we're sort of in a reconstruction phase where we just finished an EP that, as we were just talking about, is sort of a litmus test for us. The touring lifestyle is kind of waned for now, and so we want to focus on the studio. And this EP was sort of a test run for us, and everything has gone really, really well, and we're really happy with it. And so now we're primed and really excited for.
Ready to do it, 2012, right?
Yeah, but we've got a bunch more songs on deck and looking to get in the studio.
Oh, that's very exciting. I want to talk about the unity and positivity and the tribal philosophy, everything. What is that with Dubconscious? Because there's a lot of bands out there that, they want to be positive and they want to do this and they want to do that, but it's not what, everybody thinks. Tell us about your idea of unity, positivity, tribal philosophy, idea of positivity for Dubconscious.
I'll take that one. The unity factor, and I disagree. I think most people that are doing it are doing it.
Yeah.
I think they are.
Okay.
Like they're trying and they're doing it. I think what Dubconscious wants to do is never stray from that.
Yeah.
And that's the tricky part. Like if you say unity, the next song you're talking about how a girl broke your heart and she was the wrong person,
right.
Blah blah blah. You kind of lose that unity idea. Or if you blame other people for your mistakes, in your songs, which a lot of songwriting is.
Yeah.
So Dubconscious tries to maintain that balance of never dipping into that at least in our expression, all of us in our day to day, we'll criticize and we'll be upset with things, but in our songs we try to maintain that. Yeah. That just higher.
Or if there's some negativity, the positivity has to come out in the very end.
Yeah, exactly. If it's critical, it still has to be something that's trying to end up, resulting in saying something that is uplifting or positive or hopeful.
I mean, that in my opinion, that's the way to do a band. Why do you want to be negative? Right? What's the point of that? Come on. Gone through some name changes here and there. I went from Dubconscious 2.0, and now the Dubconscious family tree. Tell us about that.
I'd say the 2.0 and the family tree are more concepts, and if we were in the old days of music, it would be project-based parts of Dubconscious, like based on what we're doing and what we're trying to figure out. But now that you have to define yourself kind of as a website and as a brand,
the technological,
all those things, I think you have to kind of like define yourself to make any impact. So we were going through experimental phases, calling ourselves 2.0 because we were starting over. We were starting to use some computer sounds and some ideas from the more DJ-based culture.
Yeah, going in a different direction.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, I think there was a very strong connection to the original idea that permeated straight through it, and it's like that's going to happen with bands like Neil Young had Transforma, or that crazy electronic album.
Yeah.
It's just like weird stuff, and then Radiohead ended up going really electronic sometimes.
Yeah.
But we named ourselves differently for little spurts just to kind of get it all together. And the family tree was an idea to show that there's no friction, there's no anything about the past members or the present members being involved, that we're all in this together. And
we'll always be around. I think you said that Purple Hatters, we'll always be around at the end,
Yeah.
That's kind of, I see that as, hey, we're family tree, where everybody that's played in this band is welcome to play in this band anytime, and that comes back to the positivity and all that. Okay.
And the branch factor, like everybody's got these other branches coming out. Other people are writing songs with other people, or producing music, or doing something.
I was going to ask you about that, the songwriting process. How has that changed, evolved since Solomon left, and since you guys are making new music?
Well, James and Matty G are really good at writing songs, by themselves on Ableton or Logic or even Cubase for Matty G, and these things kind of have started being like in the technological age where we all live in different areas. It's been really beneficial.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, relying on that as our tool.
Yeah. I love the new style. Like it's a lot more instrumental, a little bit more electronic, and it's a new Dubconscious. It's just like reborn, I guess.
Yeah.
Again, born again.
Well, it's a process. I think it's a process of self-discovery. I think all the names and all these phases. This is us just going through time and trying. We're trying to understand what we are still. You know, at a time when we understand that fans want to understand what we are, and sometimes we can't put a finger on it exactly. Like we're still figuring it out. We're still figuring out what works when one thing doesn't work. Like you said, Solomon left the band to the touring lifestyle, did its thing, and now it's this new age. And it's like, well, we could either quit or rediscover ourselves. And we're sort of, it's a process. It's not something that we can just nail down overnight. You know.
Great answer. Awesome. That's it right there. That's if you guys. What's Dubconscious doing? You just said it right there. All right.
They don't know.
No one knows.
Yeah, they don't know, but they do know.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an intention set, which is what you're talking about with the unity vibe. That's the intention.
Yeah, awesome. So ups and downs over the years, like we were talking about. You know, after your last studio album, Nonviolent, 2009, Brady Playhouse, you had that big show, big crazy atmosphere, and then after that, you know, you had some ups and downs. It went all over the place. Solomon's gone. Okay, you know, everybody loves Solomon, but you know what? We got Matty in here, and he's bringing a lot to the band. What is Matt bringing to the band?
Wow, unbelievable.
Yeah,
he's probably
the glue.
The glue.
He's the reason for our desire to rediscover ourselves. I think
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And he's I'd say he's the only true dub engineer that I've come across in all of this, and he really loves the intricacies, the music, the history, the science, everything. He's a meticulous dub musician.
And he's been with, if you guys don't know, he's been with Dubconscious for many years. He was sound guy before, right? Yep. And you know, we've known him a long time.
Effects. He was
and sound, absolutely incredible. I mean, he's doing great.
Amazing bass player.
Okay.
And I think in a time of wondering what Dubconscious was, he came along with new energy to make us still be inspired and be
let's do it again. Let's do it.
And to be honest, James is, you know, a more classic Pink Floyd type influenced guitar player in the context. I'm more of a Ben Harper singer-songwriter. Scott's a more world musician. Matty G is dub. Like if you look at the way we all came together, now it's like we learned dub. Matty G grew up on dub,
really?
You know what I mean? So
I did not know that.
So he solidifies something that's really amazing. You know?
Okay, awesome. Let's see. So you guys are all in different places, you know, as of now, and you're still doing all this music and really still getting together. What are some different projects you're working on? I know, Scott, you're doing massage therapy. How is that?
Wonderful. Yeah, just got back from a trip to Colorado and teaching Thai massage, and about to go to Florida to teach yoga, and so yeah, that's been part of the path. But
I mean, that's awesome. So, I'm in a band and I massage people. That's pretty cool.
And he brings that energy to the band and the music, the whole philosophy that Scott adopts in those types of things. When we all come together, he becomes an inspiration for the rest of us as well. And so it really, it's all kind of a fabric.
And Jerry's now massage, certified.
Yeah,
And he does a kirtan band.
So
really cool.
Jerry's got a kid now. Just had a beautiful young one come into the Dubconscious family. How's that working with him? How's he doing with that? Is everything okay?
It's amazing.
Still,
it's
amazing.
He seems like he's just loving life all the time.
She's an angel, and it's been nothing but positivity for sure.
Yeah. You can see him in her. So.
And God, we had some injuries that just happened over the summer throughout, to the middle of the fall. Shelley Olden, our beautiful voice. If you've not heard Shelley Olden, please go see her or listen to some kind of her music. Her voice, I mean, I've been listening to it for years now. I mean, it's just incredible.
She's really finding it right now too. She's in the zone.
But she got hurt. She got in a car wreck. What happened with that?
A freak accident. It was not even a wreck. She was pumping gas at a gas station. A drunk driver came in, completely hammered, drilled her car, and the car pushed her against the gas station, pinned her up against it. She went down, and then it rolled her ankle.
Oh my God!
Basically crushed both her ankles.
Crushed both her
But
ankles.
she's walking again.
Fine.
She's
She seemed fine
recovered.
last
Yeah,
night.
she
And
seems
Matt
to
seemed
be
fine last night. What, Matt fell down the stairs. The drummer, Matt, fell down the stairs.
He went over a banister backwards.
Yeah, broke both his wrists.
both
Was he
his
playing tonight? Last night, yes. And he was killing it. He was killing it.
Great.
I was really nervous until yesterday that he was not going to be able
If you're a drummer and you break both your wrists and then you roll back and like, I'm gonna do the New Year's.
That was
Killed
a
it.
matter of weeks
Killed
ago
it.
that he
Yeah,
broke both his
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So a lot of ups and downs, a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, but you guys are still together and still doing everything you need to do. So tell us about the new EP. I know we've been playing These Days, which is the title track on 90.3. We had some good requests for it. Alpha 2011, we've been playing a little bit on there with a little electronic kind of end. People are liking that. Tell us about the new EP. You have a name for it? You know, when's it coming out? What is it? What is the new Dubconscious?
Well, These Days EP is what we have.
Okay.
But like this is the new thing that we're rolling with, and this is really exciting. There's not many rules that make sense right now. There's not many defining moments that are like amazing, except like, unless you're in the world of like Radiohead or you know, like where you're putting out albums that change the world because they have such a mass influence. Otherwise, like albums are coming and going, even from some of the really big artists. You don't even hear about half their releases because it's all in digital world.
A lot of
and it just
digital,
flies,
the technological revolution.
so
doing
I
it.
think what we're trying to do is basically just reinstate the idea that we're here, that we're doing this, and we're going to do it without producing, you know, petroleum-based CDs.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
sustainability. You guys
just put them out, just put them out online, and you know, I think in the long run, this is going to turn into something very prolific, where you revisit the days of the Studio One, where Lee Perry and King Tubby and all those guys are putting out an album a week.
The originators,
an album a week sometimes. You know, like
And then versions of songs.
and then other people from around, you know, like the community came in, did songs, and just
So,
same rhythms.
what's the sound like? Is it more instrumental, or is it more kind of old school dub with your vocals and everything, or what? Is it some completely new? What's the sound like?
Me and Shelly had a really awesome time last week, starting to sing over these new instrumental songs, and we were like, wow, this is a songwriter's dream to have this layered, lush, you know, recording of music that has everything in there that you can sing around. So I think it's going to start off as dub instrumentals, rhythm tracks.
That's awesome.
Dubbed out and done exactly right, and then we'll do a vocal take. We'll send them to other people around the country. They'll do vocal takes. And,
because
you know
they're in different places of the world, and they're all over the country, and they're still doing it, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Touring 2012. I know you guys said that you're going to be focusing more on making music instead of, you know, playing it. For everybody in Knoxville, what's the chances you guys get back to Knoxville?
They're good.
They're good?
Yeah. We just got to do it right.
All right.
And I think Dubconscious touring schedule is going to be based upon intention. Like if our intention is to go do something powerful or meaningful or be a part of the community in a way that's very valuable, it's worthwhile. But if we're just going to play a bar, it's just not going to be it. Unless sometimes those experiences are great.
Yeah.
We'll see if that happens. But I think Dubconscious, especially with the you know, somewhat, you know, scattered nature of our inhabitants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we all live in different places. I really want things to be focused.
Yeah.
And
You
done
know,
with an exact intent.
Big events like a New Year's Eve. You guys always do New Year's Eve. I've been to many of them, and it's absolutely incredible every time. Going for, you know, some kind of meaning for that show. I see what you're saying. That's awesome.
And then doing stuff like, you know, Asheville, where these guys live, just to connect to that community more.
Great city, Asheville.
Atlanta, you know, where Matty G is and a lot of our families are. I think that's still important. And then I live in California now, and big goal of mine is to get Dubconscious in California for an extended period, because I really feel like California is teaching me so much about the progressive movement and being conscious of my actions and being aware that us playing music there should meet that intention as well.
Yeah. One more quick question. You're talking about moving. You're living in California now. We're at New Earth Music Hall now. This is his club. Another one, Oakland. Mm-hmm. How's that going?
Awesome.
Are you excited about that, or
so
what?
excited.
Oakland, California?
Yeah,
The coolest. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of good things going on with the Dubconscious family tree. Everything's going great. It's New Year's Day, New Year's resolutions. We'll cancel out with that. James?
I gotta say my health. Just focusing on my health in order that I be a more valuable member of my community.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's absolutely my first intention as well, and then also to kind of be clear with words, to not just say fuck for no reason, to not, you know, like all of a sudden just be like Beavis and Butthead or or just like I watch myself a lot, and it's our society where we're very playful with our words, and I really want to set my intentions to be like speaking more consciously with my words.
That's deep. That's crazy. That's a good one. Scott.
Yeah, I think like that mine falls in a similar line with that, speaking my truth, and living my truth, and
Yeah, I mean, all incredible New Year's resolutions. Mine, just to be a better person all around. I'm looking out to you guys. I'm talking to you guys in radio land or TV land or whatever. Be a good person, because these are like a bunch of really good people and a bunch of really good friends of mine that I've known for years now, and they always bring the positivity, and they always bring the unity, and they always make us have a good time. Dubconscious, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Always have a pleasure in. All right, 90.3 The Rock. Simmer down. We'll see you later.